we need to move along and get the Konrad's Car Clinic. It's the only thing we haven't gotten in today.
So today we're going to talk about wiper blades and when should you replace them. You know, wiper blades are a safety item on your vehicle. You can fail state inspection if the wiper blades aren't very good. My personal opinion, depending on your driving styles, if you do a lot of highway mileage, you need to be replacing your blades every 6-9 months.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh. And if you're not driving, if you don't put a lot of miles on your vehicle, at least replace them once a year. They're not overly expensive to do, but you know you got to think.
As long as you don't replace the arms.
Right. You can replace the blade section, the blade
inserts,
arm, not
they
the
call them.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, but there's several things that harm wiper blades. One is unintentionally turning the wipers on a dry windshield, because that squeegee, the blade part of that, you start scratching it on a dry windshield or a windshield that's full of bug guts, and then you just kind of smear them all over the windshield.
You can't say that on the radio.
I just did. You know, and then the other thing that happens is the oils and exhaust and all that contaminants that get on your windshield while you're driving, you know, that creates a layer on the blade itself over time. So every now and then you need to, when you go to the car get your car filled up with gas, is lift the wiper blade up, get some of those little towels they have, get a moist towel and clean the blade itself, because it gets full of all kinds of junk and contaminants that can scratch the blade as well as scratch the windshield. So if you've never looked at your wiper blades for wear, you need to take a peek at them every now and then. But the biggest thing is, how do they clean your windshield? If they're not cleaning your windshield correctly, it's time to replace them.
What's the best way to clean the blade?
Windex. My opinion.
The blade.
Windex. You know, a little bit of Windex or a little bit of washer solvent. Put it on a rag or a paper towel, and then just wipe up and down on the blade a couple of times just to get all the contaminants off of it.
Because usually when I do it, and once it starts turning black, then it's time to get rid of the blade.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, because then you're actually, the blade's deteriorating. Yeah. The heat and the sun. You know, another thing that happens to wiper blades, if they're not used, you know, some people park the car in the garage, they don't drive them, and they don't drive them in the rain, so the wiper blade just kind of sits there.
Never really gets used.
You never bend the blade, and then it actually can stick. When the first time you turn it on and it sticks. The other thing that gives you an indication that it's time to replace the wiper blade is when it makes noise going over the wiper, or when it shudders or stutters. How's that go again?
Stuttering.
Okay, yeah. When it stutters going over the windshield, that's time to put a blade on it.
I've been practicing.
And the washer solvent that you use is an alcohol-based product, you know, that blue stuff that you put in. You know, plain water is better than nothing, but the reason for washer solvent is when the alcohol is sprayed on the windshield, it's going to do a better job of cleaning, but it's also going to do a great job of evaporating quickly as you're driving down the road.
Quick break, and then we're going to have some headlines after this.